Hello there, this is Richard's Press Garden, and this is Wii Sports on the Wii. And it's a sports game for the Waggle console, everyone's favourite waggly console. I'm playing this on a Wii U in backwards compact mode, and so that gives me a 1080 output, expanding a low-res fuzzy screen to 1080, which is all well and good. So this game, we're going to talk about the Wii a little bit as well, but this game is the main reason that the Wii was successful, I guess, with the old people and the parents. They saw the waggle controls. It's like playing tennis on the TV, isn't it? With actual tennis rackets and stuff. And everybody loved that. Everybody loved the old waggle stuff when it was first came out, for this game specifically. And then it turned a bit sour, didn't it? So yeah, the Wii console itself, and I have two of those in the house. The missus had one, and the kids had one, and my high scores for all these games are more or less on those consoles. I've never really played this on the Wii U. It's interesting to see how well it works on the Wii U, and from what I can see, it works very well. Let's have a quick game of tennis. Yeah, everybody bought one because of its newfangled wavy controls, wavy around in the air controls, and then became a bit of a pain in the arse towards the end of its life, didn't it, the Wii? Which is possibly still going to this very day. Did Just Dance 2021 come out on the original Wii? It might have. Nintendo sold a load of these bad boys, and popular with the casuals. The Wii console itself, it's alright. They did an updated version of it, which took away the nice output. Gave you like AV cables instead. Tennis here, being waggle controls, isn't as you'd expect. You basically use timing to direct the ball, not anything you do with the actual controller. Yeah, so when you decide to hit the ball, it gives you the direction the ball's going to go in. So it's not mapped one-to-one to the controller. None of the Wii games, I believe, are, until Skyward Sword came out. And even then, that was a bit of a pain in the ass. But here, you literally, if you hit it and it's out in front of you, you'll do a forehand cross court like that. If you hit it when it's kind of going behind you, you do a forehand or backhand down the line. You can kind of lob, and you can defend at the net, which gives you a very weak shot. If you time it right on the old serve, you can get like a power serve. But it is a fairly entertaining game. Family fun, all good things. To its credit, it does kind of work. And the illusion of playing tennis is there for all to see. But it is a very thin illusion once you get down into it. I don't know whether people in general kind of worked that out for themselves, or whether they just thought they were actually hitting the ball. Because people went mad, didn't they? They started throwing their controllers through TVs and like overexerting themselves. So the physical nature of it was something that definitely caught the public's attention. The Wii console itself was fairly underpowered, from what I remember. A lot of the games looked a bit like slightly higher res PS2 games, and I say higher res in a sort of very slightly higher res, because the games are fairly ugly. There were some standout titles, though, where developers did put the effort in. Things like Sin and Punishment 2 looked at very, very good on the old Wii. But tennis here is fairly basic, and it's fairly easy to beat the computer early on. I can't remember if I ever got pro on the tennis, never played it long enough. But it's good playing against the kids, they enjoyed it, and especially when my youngest was a lot younger, used to get very, very sweaty playing this game, which was hilarious. What have we got next? Got bowling. So bowling is actually very fun. There's a certain technique to it which allows you to get a super high score quite a lot of the time, and I've forgotten exactly where to put my cursor. before the match. You can kind of rotate the character on the spot, but you don't need to. You just need to line it up somewhere around here and make sure you bowl it hard and low, and you can get a strike nearly every time. So I think I have 1 or 2 perfect games on this on one of the other consoles, but not on my Wii U, and this is the technique. Yeah, not quite getting the line right, so can't remember exactly where to place the line. Maybe a bit further out, don't know. We'll see. But this is very enjoyable. We played Wii Bowling a hell of a lot when the kids were younger, and beautiful. And they hated it when I would get strikes all the time. But you know, got to teach them a lesson, haven't you? Got to teach them their place. Oh, beautiful. See, kind of found the line now, somewhere around there. And yeah, you throw the ball by moving the controller backwards slightly and then forwards, and releasing a button. And if you do it at the right time, kind of as you're pointing down, you get like a super powerful shot. And it always curves slightly in. Oh, that one went quite straight though, if you rotate your wrist slightly. So this one does feel really tactile, and yeah, this and Super Monkey Ball had the best bowling on the Nintendo consoles. Beautiful, beautiful strike there. The Wii, as I said, is slightly underpowered. It came with these waggle controls, which then everybody else tried to ape, including Microsoft and Sony tried to bring their own waggle controls out. It's quite a big differentiator, the Wii, from those two PS3 and Xbox 360 as it was. And the Microsoft one died on its arse. I think the PlayStation one was quite well thought of. I think it was called something like iToy or something, and people kind of liked that one. But the Kinect was, and always will be, awful, from what I understand. Ooh, missed the balls, missed the pins there. Jazzy music. So yes, they had all the graphics. The Wii had all the motion controls. I can't remember if the Wii itself was an expensive console when it came out. It might have been half the price of the other ones. I know the GameCube was relatively cheap in comparison to the PlayStation and the Xbox, but I can't remember if that extended to the Wii. There's a lot of faffing around with setup as well, like you had to have the motion bar and setting up the tracking. That was all good fun on a Christmas morning. Yeah, were there any special editions of Wii's? I can't remember if there's. They might have done them in Japan, but I think we saw a black one and a black Wii and a white Wii in the UK. And then there was the black and red one, which they brought out for some reason. Don't know why. Like I said, it had reduced output options, which was odd. I spent a lot of time on Wii Boxing. The controls for this require the nunchuck attachment, as well as the Wiimote, and it's really unresponsive, but it's quite fun because it's so tactile. Trying to throw an uppercut is particularly hard in this game, getting it to register an uppercut. Throwing a hook is really difficult, especially with a nunchuck. So the nunchuck supposedly had motion controls in it the same as the Wiimote, but it really didn't. It probably had a very basic implementation, and it was difficult for it to register any kind of move other than a jab. This game is also quite fun in 2-player. Playing this against the nippers, I get a few lucky shots in, but keeping your defences up by holding the Wiimote and the nunchuck in front of your face. I mean, it gave you a feeling of being there. But yeah, this game is more about timing, really. It's waiting for your opponent to lunge at you with a massive shot and then kind of counter-attacking with a straight shot of your own, because, say, hooks and uppercuts were difficult to do. Uppercuts easier than hooks, actually, now I think about it. Hooks almost impossible because registering sideways movement on the Wiimote has always been difficult. They brought out a upgraded Wiimote with the Motion Plus control in for Skyward Sword, which made it a little better at detecting your movements, but Skyward Sword was still a pain in the ass. Make no mistake, doing thrust moves on that was painful. So I'm fighting quite a high level opponent here. It's like someone's played this a bit, or I've played this a bit on this console. I think he's over pro level. He's got a nice haircut. He looks a bit like Darth Vader. Darth Vader's helmet on his head. It's called Mike. He actually looks like a guy I used to know called Mike. Very odd. Anyway, yeah, so Wii Sports Bowling, Wii Sports Tennis is good, the boxing's fine, the baseball is okay, the golf is not my bag, didn't play golf. There's a fitness thing on here which I've never used, but as a killer app, as a demonstration of the technology, you can't say fairer than this. It came in, it was a pack-in, so it came in the box. They had a sort of sequel called Wii Sports Resort, I believe. I've never played it. Never played that game. Which had more stuff in it to do. So, similar sort of idea, I believe. But yeah, as a pack-in game, this has got to be the system seller, and it certainly did that with the Wii selling over 100 million consoles. Crazy when you think about how crap some of the games actually look with this underpowered hardware. Like I said, there's a lot of cool stuff on the Wii. It's just a lot of companies turned out a lot of substandard software. The other weird thing I find about the Wii, in comparison with the GameCube, is the games always look. They've definitely got a Wii look to them, which is not really. It's not really the polygon counts. It's not really the shaders, but it's the color. The way the color works on the Wii, it's always looked very dour. Like the GameCube has always had really colourful games, and the Wii could play GameCube games. If you had an early version of the Wii, it had backwards compatibility, and Wii games themselves always seem to have slightly desaturated colours. Always split decision on round 2 there, which I always found fairly odd. So you can get some shiny stuff there, looks groovy. So you know, wasn't really a full-on sort of normal mappy, bump mappy next gen kind of experience, but just the colour output seemed odd, which I never understood. What are we going to play next? We're going to play baseball. Now this is another one where you replicate the movements, and it's actually not so bad in this. You hold the Wiimote vertically to represent your bat, and you swing it like you're swinging a bat. And it's very tactile and very satisfying when you get a home run. So I'm batting here. My character's called Yay. I sense my son's been editing some names here. Ooh, that was a weak shot. All these games feature these Wii's, these Wii characters, which was also a big thing that the other companies tried to, especially Microsoft, tried to ape. And I spent many an hour in the character creation. Look at that home run, beautiful. In the character creation mode, I did like making the old Wii's. So there's a few things Nintendo did there which were very fun. And I think the Wii overall was probably a deserved success, to be fair. Oh, look at that, another home run. As it did try something different to the other two consoles. And I mean, it would have been nice if it was a bit more powerful, and it could, you know, companies could have ported some of the bigger games to it with a bit more ease, you have a bit more variety. Is that 3 home runs in a row? that pitcher has to be embarrassed by that. I don't really play the baseball game, so I'm surprised that I'm doing so well here, to be fair. Oops. Hit that one straight to God. Pitching is harder than batting, I will say that. Trying to get the other team out with curveballs, etc. is fairly difficult. That should have been a catch. I was quite lucky there. Double. I guess this game was more popular in Japan and the USA, being like a national sport in both those countries. Not so much Britain, but it's enjoyable. There's no doubt about it. So we're batting through the team here. We've got 3-0 on the board. Yeah, so this is the like I say, this is the first review of on the Wii, and oh, look at that! Let's hit another home run. I do have a limited selection of Wii games. I do have some factory sealed ones, which I just don't know whether I want to open for the purposes of reviewing them for the internet, because I feel like I'm going to be losing a lot of cash, including Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, and what's the other one? There's like a 2D fighting game by the same people who made Odin Sphere. It's called Muramasa, something like that, which I have played before, and I've played Mario Galaxy 1 to completion. I just don't have an open copy of that at the moment. But Mario Galaxy is an incredible game, and the sequel is supposed to be better. Never played it, but it's not only wonderful gameplay, but it looks freaking awesome as well, which is, you know, cool for a console that's so underpowered. I mean, I don't think there's an Xbox platform game that looks anywhere near as good as Super Mario Galaxy from that gen. I haven't played them all. I'm making that assumption based on the fact that it's a beautiful game with a nice conceit and some nice technology in it as well. And the Wiimote also works wonders in that game. So here I'm throwing the ball with my stripy trousers, and seem to be doing a curveball quite a lot of the time. This does actually hurt your arm on the throwing, because you do have to simulate kind of a... I mean, if you're doing it properly, you'd simulate throwing the ball, but you can kind of just get away with flicking your wrist every now and again, because it doesn't actually take into account real world things like velocities. It's more about, again, it's more about timing than it is about one-to-one accuracy. Oh, he's out. Lovely. I am 6-0 up, and I am going through their team like they don't even matter. That crowd is highly detailed. A Damien Hirst crowd there. Beautiful. Ooh, that's got to be a catch. That's got to be a catch. Thank you. Mercy rule. They're already dead. There you go. Well, that was fairly easy. It must have been the first time I've ever played baseball. I must have played against a really piss poor team. Anyway, that's quality. Well, it wasn't the first time I've played, but yeah, they weren't great. So this is the game I like the least on this compilation. It's probably the best looking part of the compilation, with some lovely rendered golf courses, but I'm just not into golf, and I find it incredibly frustrating, this game. So you point the Wii remote at the floor and you move it backwards and forwards as the icon indicates there, releasing a button to hit the ball, and if you time it wrong, you can make the ball swing all over the place. You can select which bat you want to use. I don't know what they're called. Golf club. You can select your golf racket with the old D-pad there. you golf in Q. Oops, I let go of the button too early there. And this is easy level, so it's like straight down the middle, like the song. And looks like we've got some sort of Fresnel going on the golf courses. Like I said, the golf courses look really nice. They kind of, well, it looks like a golf course with a nice undulation to it. It's very pleasant. There's no kind of 3D grass or anything, but it does look nice. We're on the green, the tartan of the green. So it's automatically selected the appropriate golf stick for the situation I'm in, and the white dots and the blue line correlate to the white dots in my power bar, so I have to make sure that I swing to the appropriate power. So here we go. Oh, just a little bit further to the right, and that would have been beautiful.
Nice par.
Tap in. Lovely stuff. Par, whatever that means. Not into golf, like I said. Oh, got some water there. Look at the reflectivity. Beautiful. Yeah, so if you do fancy going and getting a second-hand Wii or Wii U, because I don't think you can get them new anymore, Wii Sports is a kind of recommended game, being a killer app for both, really. I mean, just for the bowling alone, it's cool. But they did update the these games for the Wii U when the Wii U launched. You could get updated versions of these games, because I remember downloading bowling as part of my package. Like, I got a Wii U and it said comes with extra games, download codes for games. One of those was the bowling. You could select from a few different ones, but yes. If you can find a disc, you should be able to. I mean, they made millions of them. They come in like a card sleeve, kind of flimsy card sleeve. But the sequel, Wii Sports Resort, is a full price release. Yeah, I do recommend the games. You might get more fun out of the golf than I ever did. And that's it, really. So I think I get pissed off with this game in a minute because the golfing's all over the place. Yeah, I get annoyed with this game in a minute, and things don't tend to go my way, and I go a bit Happy Gilmore and start just hitting the ball randomly because of anger issues. So that's no fun. But yeah, more Wii reviews to come. This is the Wii Sports. Look at the Wii Sports. I'm doing a lot of practice shots. Never mind. And it's dandy. It's dandy. So we'll look at some more actual. I'm not going to say actual games because this is an actual game. But we'll look at some different style of games in the coming months. Alright then. Enjoy the Happy Gilmore style annoyance. Like, I think being out of bounds annoys the hell out of me and I just go crazy. Well, not crazy, just had enough. I had enough at that point. Right then. Ta-ra.